Okay, so let's see here. So we have this file name document, and all these individual things are, these are column and rows for this. These are column and row for the system, but we are seeing this in a human readable form. But you will run into some files later on when you've been working through it. You need to extract some files or some data from the file. So how you do that? You could use cut program. Cut, then hyphen C. Okay, it stands for column. Okay, and then when I type column 1, and then I want to get the information column 2, or let's see, I don't want column 2, I want column 3. Okay, I'm telling the system that I need column 1 and column 3, and then I'm doing which column, which document you want to do it from. You want to do it from the file name document, and hit enter. There you go. So it brought you up. It skipped L. I'm sorry. It grabbed L, then it skipped I, then it grabbed N, because you told the system to do this. Okay, so you have to kind of count up and see how you want to do this here. So this is kind of inefficient. If you want to do it a very efficient way, there is some other ways you could do it. So let me just play around with this and see what comes up here. You could also do hyphen. How many you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it brings up the range. Line 1, line 2, line 3, whatever. Okay, but what if you want, like, I mean, the way you're doing is inefficient, right? What if you want just the first row, and then you want second row, you want third row, all this? So for that, you have to give a delimiter. Okay, let me see. Let me copy this here. Example. Okay, so the output is column 1 and 3, and then if you do it other example, the one I just typed, this will give you the range. Output will be the range. Column 1 to column 4. Okay. All right. So to solve this problem here, there is another way you could do is cut, and then you could do hyphen D. What D stands for is delimiter. Okay. So let me see, CAD document. So what is a delimiter? Delimiter is something like space, colon, semicolon, and then comma. These are delimiters. Okay, because these are the separators. If you have something in the line, these are considered as separators. Okay, so let's see how we're going to use delimiter to extract better data. So you type cut, then hyphen D. So when you're using hyphen D, that means you're telling the system that you're using the delimiter. Okay. Now, and then you have to tell the system what is the delimiter. Over here, you see a little space here, right, between line E and 1 O, there is a line there. I mean, there is a space there. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in quotes the space. Okay, you're telling the system that there is a space there. So start using a delimiter as a cut point. Okay, and now we are not done yet. And then you still have to tell what is going to be the field. So to tell the system that you want field 1, you have to start typing F. Okay, and then we use letter C above here, right? C stands for column.
Brother, can you please slow down? We got confused.
Okay, great. All right, let me know where you're at.
Can we start from the beginning? You know, you went for line 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, all right, let's start. Okay, so here's a problem. We have this document. We have this file. We have this little text file here, but we want to extract only data on the column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Okay, for us humans, this is a column for us, but for the machine, this L through from top to bottom, this is one column. Then I is all the way from top to bottom is one column. Each character is a column. And okay, so when we're going to use the cut command with -C, that means we are telling to use the column. So the system goes for the system. These are the columns here. So let's see how the cut commands work. So you do cut hyphen, and then you type C. You're telling I put it in here. C means column. So you're telling C means column. So first column. So what is first column here? Everything in here that starts on the beginning of the line is all these from top to bottom. These are columns. So it's going to look for column 1, and column 1 is all else. So it's going to go through all the lines here, and it's going to grab this as column 1. Okay, let's see here. So it grabbed nothing but L, because that's what you told them to grab column 1. Okay. All right. Are you with me so far? Okay. Now,
Yes, brother.
okay, good. Now you want to skip column 1, column 2 and 3. You want a column 4, right? What you want to do is comma 4 and hit enter. So it grabbed you. It skipped I and N and then grabbed you E. So E is the column 4. All these are. So, but this is to me, this is kind of redundant and ridiculous. So I want a better way to extract data here. Okay, when you're using a cut command, it's only on the output here. It's not saving to the file. The original file is intact. Okay, the original file is still there. But for me as a human, I want to extract. For me as a human, this is all from top to bottom. This is one column for me. This is all these here column 2 for me. But you have to tell the machine that you want entire information with the delimiter in between. Okay, what is a delimiter? Delimiter. What does the delimiter means? Okay, I'll give you the example of delimiter. Delimiter is space, comma, okay, and then period is a delimiter. Any of these special characters are delimiters. You get colon, you see semicolon. If you run into all these here, so you put in as a delimiter here. So how are you going to use the delimiter? Let me clear it. Actually, let me carry it first. Okay, so what I'm going to use is cut Cut is the command here, but you can't use it on its own. So you're going to use cut. Then we're going to use -d. Okay, previously we used -c. That means use the column. Now we are using -d. That means use the delimiter. Okay, wherever the delimiter is going to look for that delimiter and then grab the data in between the delimiter. Okay, and then you have to tell the system what is delimiter. Delimiter is you have to put it in quotes, and then you have to give space. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, and then this is the space right here, and this is the space right here. Okay, and this is the space. All right, let's see here if it's going to do it. And then you're telling the field. Now you're telling the field, this is a field for the system. Okay, I want field 1 and the document. So it extracted, it stopped where it saw field 1, and it stopped where the space has started. So this is where the space started, right? So it stopped there. Okay, are you with me so far? Okay, good, you are. So let's see here. Okay, now what you want is you want field 2 here. Let's see what is going to bring up with field 2. Okay, so it brought up, let's see here, it brought up, okay, this is field 1 and this is field 2. Okay, and this is field 3. So let's see if we're going to add 3 to it, comma 3. So it brought up the -s field 3 here. You get the idea. Now what you could do is you want the range here. You want like field 1 through field 4, and you type it in there. In here, this is what it brought up. So you don't have to start at 1. You could start at 4 also. Okay, and then you could play around. And then you want field 4 first, and then after that you want field 1. You do this, and it will come up as the same as line 1, and then field 1 and field 4. Okay, let's see if you're gonna give us a range here. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna work backwards. But what you could do is you want field 1, and you want field 3, and you want field 5. Okay, so this is how it works here. Let me carry it again so that you could see it. Okay, so what did we ask the system to bring up? Field 1. So this is what's gonna field 1. It says line, and field 3. This is field 2. This is field 3 is hyphen, and field 5 is whatever the field 5 is, and then wherever the field 5 is landing, that's what it brought up here. Okay, so but what you could do is you want to write it to the document here. So what is the command to write it to the document? It's a redirector. So we talked about redirector.
Greater than sign?
Yeah, exactly. So what we're gonna do is we give it a greater than sign, and then we give it a name output. So it's not gonna show on the screen. The output is gonna be on the file name output. There you go. So if if a network team or somebody is asking you for information and you want to filter it through and give that information to them. So you get a file, you extract the data, and then you want to hide something, you redact something. This is how you do it. Okay? Does it make sense?
So, Zafar, every word is in a line is considered as a field.
Every word is a field, and every character is a column.
Okay.
Vertically, and horizontally, every character is a row.
But therefore, I think a field, if we have a delimiter as space, then every space is kind of like deciding which one is field. But if, for example, we have a delimiter comma, then comma will decide every field, right?
Yeah. Let's work on that. So we could edit it here. I don't like 3 here, so I like 2. Yeah, 2. Okay, let's, for the sake of demonstration, let's go ahead and go in here and then put a semicolon in here, okay? I should put semicolon here too.
But Zafar, can we put semicolon only on few rows just to test what will happen with the there's no.
Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, so let's see here if it's going to work. The cut, and instead of space, I'm going to tell semicolon. Okay, and then line 1, field 1, field 2, and field 3. So looks like it didn't work, did it? Let me remove field 2. Yeah, it's not working because actually it did work. It did work for wherever it's the line is, wherever this statement is true, that's what it brought it up, and then the rest of the document it brought up whatever is there. Over here, why it didn't bring? But it didn't cut it though. It didn't cut it the way it's supposed to. So let's see here. Let me just copy this. Where is this? Okay, field.
I think, therefore, I think that field has to be closed in that delimiter. For example, a, apostrophe and then field and then apostrophe again.
Okay.
So just a thought. I have not experimented, but that delimited should be both sides of the field.
I tested this quickly, but Zafar, and it worked. The only thing is that the delimiter is.
It's also coming in, right?
Yeah, it's delimiter is part of the text. It's not truncating any text. Earlier we didn't notice because it was blank, and
Yeah.
now we're noticing because it's a semicolon. So it is basically delimiting, add delimiter, and bringing that text back to standard output as well.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's how it is, but this cut command is very inefficient. So for that we have another command called awk. Okay, so it's like a cut command, but it's supposedly better than cut. So let's see how awk is going to work. So let's see here. Let me clear this. So we have a document here uh, that has all these columns in here, right? So what awk command does is it's much more efficient than the cut command. So let's see how if it's going to work. So you have awk. You type awk in there. That's the name of a command. You could search on this what it really means. Actually, you could do a lot of programming work with this command here, but I barely use it. But there are some other people who may be using it. But what awk does is it will it will help you with extracting data here. So the format is you type awk and then curly brackets and then close the curly brackets with the quote, single quote, and in there print. So this is a built-in command for awk. This is exactly how you type it for it to be working, okay? And now you type $1 for field 1 and you type $4 for or $2 for field 2. Okay, let's see if it's going to work. Okay, so it brought this up without any issues here. So let's take a look here if it's going to do it in field 3. So it did it for field 3. And we have the document output, right? Okay, so awk may not be working with this command here, with this kind of data input here. So for this one, let me work on this and let me get back to you how cut otherwise works. But awk, when you have information like this, awk works efficiently. Okay. All right. So let's move on.
So is it geoc or awk or these two different commands?
Yeah, yeah. There may be other things out there, but we are only worried about awk here. Okay. Okay. So next command I'm gonna show you is find. Find is nothing but simply find. Okay. I use this command a lot. You're gonna be using this command every day, day in and day out. Okay. So how is this gonna work? Is let's see. I want to find a file name output here, right? So uh, let's see here. Actually, let me move the document into the temp folder. Okay, and rm rf asterisk. So my present working directory is clear, and I want to find a file name document. Okay, so I know that file is in a temporary folder uh, this is temp folder here. We'll go over this a little later here, but for now, so there is one document sitting here, file name document, okay? Let me actually rename it to something else. Document. What is the command to rename a document or a folder? Anybody?
MV.
I'm sorry, what?
MV, right?
Yeah, move, MV, correct. So I want to find a file name document1 here, okay? And I don't know where it's at. And I'm in my present working directory. I have no idea where the file is at. So what you do is you type find, and then the location. Where do you want to find it? So you don't know where the location is. You're searching for the entire root directory. You're searching for the entire computer, and then you name hyphen, and then you give the name of the document, okay? And then you give the name hyphen name. You have to type hyphen name, and then you're giving the name of the document, okay? And you hit enter. What it's going to do is it's going to run through entire directory and look for the document here. So it has already found a document name, a file name document1, okay? So right now we are using which path did we use right now to find the file name document?
The root.
Yeah, but what is it? Is it a relative or absolute?
Absolute.
Exactly. Very good. So we used the absolute path to find the document name, document1, and it's giving you the information here. Okay, we found this file in here, name temp here. So let's create another document here, name document1. So it's going to find that here too. Okay, I'm going to run the find command again, and then hit enter. So it has found that already. So you get the idea, right? You're just using the find command to find the document here.
Quick question. So if you don't know the name of the document, will it just search through, like if you just put DOC, will that automatically find document1?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to find everything that starts with this.
Okay, okay.
Let's do it now. So it found something here. Let me just type. So it found everything that starts with DOC, okay?
Okay.
So I have a question, Zafar.
Yeah.
When you ran the last command, why didn't it show your created document? It shows another doc. So you asked for the doc only, that's it?
Yeah, I asked something which is matching doc only. And then this one, when you type an asterisk, that means there is something else to it. So it's going to look for something that starts with doc and then try to fill rest of the name of the document. So it didn't find only just doc here. Because what this is different than this.
Yeah, but when you run the doc asterisk, it should show all the bottom output too, right? Because it says doc and then asterisk, so it should all the documents related with the doc should show up.
Yeah, you're right about that. It should have. Let's see here. If I just type something in here. Okay, and let's run it. Hopefully, it should with the asterisk, right? Is that how you want it? Now it should find the one I just created, correct? What? Pat must precede expression. So we have two documents here, one named doc and we have another one doc1, document 1. So I'm telling the system to find in here name that starts with doc and then asterisk. The past must precede expression. It just worked a moment ago. Now it's not working.
Yeah, it was working fine before.
Yeah, so let's see what the problem is.
Maybe your doc is totally empty file, so it doesn't get registered with the system.
No. See, it found one here. Okay. Now what we're looking for is we're looking for something that starts with document doc and then it's going to fill the rest of the file name. The past must precede the expression document 1.
What if Zafar we put the cherry before the doc and after the doc?
Like this?
Yeah, just match case. No.
It's working perfectly fine with me.
I think you have to use a switch.
It should be fine, then slash, that's fine, then hyphen name and doc asterisk. That's what I did.
Is it working for you?
Yeah, it's working fine for me.
Run it a couple times and see if it's running fine.
Yeah, but in my case, the way it's giving me a lot of documents because in the root there's a lot of Docker, doc test compare. There's many documents in many directories.
Yeah.
So I get a lengthy list, but I'm getting the list, and I'm exactly typing what you typed on the screen. Find, then space, then slash, then space, then hyphen, and name.
Okay.
And then space doc.
Okay, yeah, we'll just leave it there here, okay? So, but you will be using the find command a lot, and I use it every day. Every day.
Zafar, can you try copy paste? I just pasted you what I typed. Maybe any hidden character which is causing this issue.
Is there a hidden directory in there?
I mean, maybe something which you can't see in the typing, but I exactly typed from my screen in the chat. So if you copy
Oh, you
and
put
paste,
something in the chat?
yeah,
Okay.
in WebEx chat basically, WebEx.
Yeah, I see it there. Okay, let me put it in here. Yeah, it's giving me the same thing. Yes.
It's Windows feature though, but you can try sign or sign in again. Windows works like that.
How?
Log off and log back. From party, start a new session.
All right. Let's do it, man. I am getting dumbfounded here. Okay, so let me. You know what? Let me.
Just close the session and yeah.
Okay, all right.
Zafar bhai, actually there is a switch. It's called empty that we have to use if we are looking for the empty files and directories.
Yeah, but it worked. It worked moments ago, and it's not working now. Actually, this is the first time I ran into problem like this here. I don't know what the issue is.
Actually, I tested with empty document as well, so it works with those. So it
Yeah.
yeah,
What do you type in there? The command?
the same command over. The find, then
It's empty
space.
document, right?
Sorry.
The document is empty, right?
No, in my case, it was not empty, but I created another document with touch command, empty, and then run the command, and I'm getting both in different directories.
Okay, so let's see here. Let's run that command again. Yeah, it's not working.
I'm sorry, but the other brother was correct. I created an empty document with touch command, and now I'm getting the same error. So it is something with empty.
Okay, so
Could it be with the number you're using? One says doc and the other one says document one.
no, I put a asterisk, right?
Yeah, I'm getting the same error as you.
So yeah, you were getting error on the asterisk because then it will find that document as well and then getting error. Yeah, no, you will not. Yeah, there is a document which is empty, I think.
So if I just put doc
Yeah,
and then hit enter, so is finding only
doc.
documents here.
I would say just let's use that switch which brother is saying for empty to find empty, and then we'll figure out which document is empty, which is causing this issue.
Where do you type the switch empty here? Can you put the command in the chat? Uh, No, it's not working. Okay, if I type it furthermore, then it's working, right? Yeah, it worked now. You know what? Let me remove this file name doc. It is gonna work now. It worked now. All right,
So,
guys.
so
You
the
can.
doc was empty?
Huh? No, I removed the file.
Okay.
No, I removed the file. It's not bothering it anymore. So, you get the idea, right? I showed you how to find it, and you play around with it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
But definitely, you will be running this command day in and day out. I'm doing it every day. So there is one more command that I want to show you. It's called execute command, and for the format for the execute command is you type exe and then the command, and then you do curly brackets, and then what do you want to do with it with the command. Direction, and this is how the command closes. Okay, so I'll give you an example of how this is working. But I'm not using execute command that often here, but it works only with the find command, okay? So for example, if I want to find this document here and then save it here, okay? Let me remove that. Remove document one. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the find command. Find, where am I going to find it? In the root, and then I'm going to give the name of the document, and then I'm going to give you document, and then I'm going to use the execute command. What you could do is you could use the execute command on the fly, whatever you want to do with the document, and then say if you want to copy the document into the present working directory, you could do that. Okay, let's try doing that. So you type exec, and then what you want to copy it here, right? So you want to copy cp, okay, and then the command format, curly brackets, and then where do you want to copy this? You want to copy it here, present working directory, and then I'm going to close the command. Okay, exec is right here, the one in bold, and then the command, you could type in whatever command you want to do. I'm doing copy, and then the colon, and then the direction. What do you want to do with it? So I'm copying in a present working directory. So what it's going to do is it's going to go, the find command is going to go find it, this document here, and then copy it into the PWD. Okay, let me open a duplicate session here. So if I do ls, there is nothing in there, right? So let me run the command and see if, okay. So it did that, and then I think it's copied here. Oh, it didn't copy it here. Maybe there's an extra space here.
No, it's a document spell is not correct. Your file name is
Okay.
DSC.
document. So it copied it here, okay? Most of the time, I use this command to copy it, but I haven't used this in last 6 months, so you're not using it as much. But I just put it out there how you would use it, okay? So next thing I'm going to show you is linking the file. Link is nothing but shortcuts in Windows. Can everybody go on mute, please? Okay, before link, let's talk about alias. So I want to talk about what alias is. Alias is it's a custom okay, so what is alias? Alias is a custom command. You could create your own custom command using an alias. So how are you going to do that? I have ls-l, right? Okay, and touch file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4. So I have this file. I'm using, for example, ls command to look through all the files here. But you have like thousands of files in there, and then you want to look for only the file that starts with ls, that starts with x, right? So what you're doing is ls-l, and then you're doing grep x and asterisk, right? Okay. Why is it not working, man? Come on. Okay, so we have all the other files here, but with this command, we are just looking the file that starts with X. Okay, so, or here, let me check something here.
It's giving me some file, but Zafar, and there's no X in those names. I don't know why.
You have X in there? Did you create the X? Did you just create the files like that?
No, I just ran that command ls -l then grep x asterisk, and the file list I'm getting like desktop.
Yeah, it's not working because grep asterisk is not here. Grep is absolute. It's going to look for grep and asterisk, so it's not going to find it.
Okay.
Just type X, it will find it.
Okay.
Or you use without grep here. I use without grep here. It's working that way. Grep is going to look for the pattern X and asterisk. So if this doesn't have X and asterisk, it's not going to find it. Okay. Did you get it? So I have this file here, and I want.
Yes, I get it, brother.
You got it right.
Yes.
Okay, so I have this file here. I'm lazy. I don't want to type this here. So what I could do is I could create my own own command. Okay, so how do you do that? You type alias, and then you type something called x1 equals, and you have to give the name of the command. Okay, alias. Okay, let's see here. Alias x.
I think in the code.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I saw it in your.
Okay, good. So you type this, and then what happens is now the command when you type xl or x1, it runs this command here. Okay. Did you saw what happened here? You could type alias, alias, and then you could see the command you just created here. You created the command. When you type x1, it's going to run this command here. You could have like a very long command in here, and then you could just give it a short name and then save it. It will keep it for you. So by the way, if you look up here, alias, actually when we type copy command, it's in actuality it's running. This is the built-in aliases. It's running cp-i, and then l dot is actually running ls-d. All this here. So I never ran this l dot. Okay, so it's bringing up the hidden files here. Okay, ll, it's using ls-l. These are all built in. Okay, let me type alias again. Some of them are built in here. I think only handfuls are built in. These many are built in. Okay, so now what you could do is you could have like couple hundred of your own built-in commands. You could make it for you and make it easy for you so that you could run it. For example, we have done the find command, right? Okay, so let's see here. Let me just remove this directory document. What you could do is, everybody know the history command, right? When you type history, it gives you the history. And I want to execute this command here. I'm lazy. I don't want to type this. Okay, this command. Yeah, I think this is a good command. And then what I could do is I could do alias and then name it, which is not already taken. So I'll name it doc, then colon, equal sign, then colon, and then colon again, and hit enter. So when I type the command next time doc, it will run this command.
But Zafar, will this be persistent to next session? I mean, it will be saved somewhere? These alias commands?
Yeah, it saves it in the commands. It saves it in the alias bucket.
Okay. So when we log in next time, these will be there.
Yeah, it should be there. See, it saved it here. Where did it go? Right here. This is the doc command here. So when I'm going to type the doc command, it's going to execute this command. Okay. See here, we don't have a file name document here, right? Let me clear the screen. There is no file name here, document here. So when I type doc, is going to actually run this command here, the example command we did. Okay, everybody with me so far?
Yep.
And see, the document was not there. Now I copied it. So all these things will work when you're doing some scripting and things like that. And then when you do some kind of little bit of complicated scripting, it will be hard for your peers to know what you have done it on it. So that's why scripting, if you do some scripting, only the person who did scripting knows what's going on, unless you type in notes each time you're doing the scripting work. Okay, guys, you guys enjoying so far?
So, Zafar, how to kind of get rid of any alias which you previously made or modified?
I heard you vaguely. What do you say? How do we get rid of this command if you want to remove it?
Existing alias.
Exactly. Just unalias it. Unalias. You type unalias. You type unalias, and that command is gone. Okay. You type alias, and that command is gone. Or maybe not an alias. What is it? Alias. No, you don't have to type the full command here. You just type unalias and doc and hit enter. Then you type alias, and that command is gone. Is that what you asked?
Yes.
Okay, great. That was a very good question. Okay. Okay, let's see here. What else? So next thing is link. Let's talk about links. You could compare links to the shortcut. Okay, and so then there are two kind of links. There are two types of links: hard link and soft link. Okay, hard link is called hard link, and sometimes soft link is called symbolic link. It's just the symbol. So hard link is not very hard. Soft link is just a symbol here. So let me type ls-l. Okay, so we have this file document here, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to some other directory and create a link to this document here. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Let me create a directory. And okay, dir1, no, red hat, white hat, black hat. Okay, I created a directory there, red hat, white hat, black hat, and then I'm going to go into the directory, black hat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a link for this document into this file here in this in this folder black hat. So how I'm going to do, the command is simple. LN stands for link, hyphen S that stands for soft link. Okay, and then you're going to give the name where that document is at. It's in root and the name of the document. Okay, and then you hit enter. So if you do ls, you see it's in a little bit of color there. So ls-l, when you type ls-l, the moment you see it's a file and it's in a little bit color and it's showing you it's a link, it will show you a redirector information that this document is nothing but a this file is nothing but a link to the original file here, which is over here. And you could also tell this is a link which you have, which you say over here to the left, it says L. Do you see this here? My cursor, where my cursor is at? All the way to the left, it says L here. If you look at the previous file name, it was just a blank here, right? There was nothing, it was just a hyphen. Now it has a little L here, that means it's a link, but it doesn't tell you if it's a hard link or soft link. But the moment you see a document in color, that means it's a soft link. Okay, and similarly, what you could do is you could also type or make a hard link here. You cannot make the hard link in the same place, so you have to go back. What is the command to make a hard link? ln, same thing, but just remove S. Okay, so here, even though it's a link here, the hard link is not a hard link, it's a copy, it's a full copy. So if you update something here, it's going to update in the original place. I'm sorry, it may not update in the original place. So let's see here, vi document 1. And then I'm going to remove some lines here. I'm going to leave only one line. Okay, so I cat document 1. It changed itself. Let me go back to the original file and let me cat document 1. Oh, okay, I misspoke. So when it is a full copy, but at the same time it is updating the original copy. Okay. Okay, but let me go back into the CD. Black hat. Okay, here when you open this document here, it's actually opening the document, is actually opening this document here. Okay. All right, so let me open this document here. When I open document 1 here, it's going into root slash, it's opening the document directly. So let me go vi document 1, and then I'm going to add, this is from soft link. Okay, so the real document here, the original document, it was also edited. Okay. Okay, cat. So now here's the twist here. Here's the twist. Let me go back a folder, and then there's a document here, right? This one should have also updated, okay? So this one should have updated here. Okay, what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to delete the very original document here, okay? I'm going to remove the document from the root folder. Okay, so the document from the root folder is gone. So let me go back into the folder white hat, cd, red hat, white hat, and black hat. So here we had the file name, document here, right? So the moment you see like this in color, this document, it's telling you that the link is broken. The original document is gone. That's why it's doing this. You can't even cat this. If you do cat, it's all gone here. But for the hard link, if you go back to the hard link will be there. See, the hard link is a duplicate copy, but it's not a soft link. Soft link is just the shortcut. Hard link is a link between two, it's a duplicate, but when you update it, it updates both places. But if you remove it from one place, it's going to still be available in the other place. Okay. So the use case for this hard link will be a backup. You could do a backup. Okay. So let's see here.
So, in summary, we are saying that soft link will be just a symbolic link. It will not copy the actual document. Hard link will be copying the actual, making copy of the data and content and create another document. But in both cases, if we update the link document or symbolic link, the actual document will get updated. Is that true?
What was the last one? If you delete it?
No. I'm saying if we updating the contents.
Yeah, both places get updated.
Whether it's soft linked or hard link, if the hard link, both the documents will be updated. The only difference is if we deleted the original one, our updated copy will be, the data will be there in case of hard link.
Yeah, in case of hard link, and soft link is it will be orphaned. It's just nothing but a link.
So, do we see anything, any indication in case of hard link that the original document has been deleted? Like in soft link, we are seeing that red color and it's pointing to root document one.
That's the next command I'm going to cover.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, the soft link is just a soft link is just a shortcut. Soft link is just a shortcut here, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is okay, and then let's see here. Let me go back. Let me remove this document also. Okay, over here, let me create a document for one more time. Touch. Okay, touch doc 1. Okay, and then let me go back to the folder. CD black hat. And then let me just remove this now it's empty. So I'm starting over again, okay? So let me make a soft link here. And then root. Okay, and then let me go back. So I'm going to make a hard link over here. Okay, so next concept in here is inode. Inode. Inode is, what is inode? Inode is nothing but it has a lot of information associated with each file. Okay, so let's do ls-i. ls-li. When you type I is nothing for you're looking for the inode information here. So you look here, the inode information for that file is 521.219. Okay, and then let me open the second. So this is a duplicate. Though this is a duplicate session here. And then let me do ls, and I do ls-li. Okay, and you see that the inode information 521.219 and 521.219. What that means is this is just a same exact file here. So over here, hard link is a duplicate and has same inode number as original. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look at the soft link. Okay, cd. Okay, so the inode number for the soft link is different than the hard link. Okay, original is not going to be the same number as a hard link or original link, but the inode number for the symbolic link will be different. It's going to be a random number assigned by the system here. Okay, that's the biggest difference here. Okay, anybody has a question?
So, a quick question regarding soft and hard link. I see on your screen there's different color scheme, or there is a color scheme, but on my screen there is no colors at all. So same color as everything else.
Yeah, don't worry about this. The moment you see like this here, hyphen and greater than sign, and then it's pointing to this, then that's a sure shot that it's a soft link. Hard link doesn't have that.
Sure. Thanks.
Okay. All right. So let me. Actually, there is a lot more to inode here. I'm checking my notes here. Give me 1 second. Notes, course notes. Okay, so inode is very, very important. You will get in the interview question. Memorize all this what I'm typing in here, okay? So the interview question will be, what is a inode, okay? So right now, there is one more section called user administration. I'm going to cover all that and permissions. So we'll touch a lot of things when we cover that. That's about a month or 6 weeks from now. But since this inode information came up here, I want to give this information now. So what is inode? You will get an question on this. Okay, so inode is a table on the disk which contains, okay, owner information of the file, okay, and then it contains group information, okay, and then it contains what kind of type of the file, okay, and then it holds the permission information, and then it holds date and time of the file modified, okay, and date and time of the file accessed. So you could see this, all these things is building up, okay. When you have some security incident in your system, you could go look at the inode information here. We're going to go much deeper into what inode is, okay. And then it also tell you information about number of links a file has, okay, and it tells you the size of the file, and it has information of the location of the file on the disk. What does it mean? It means it has the block information of the file sitting on the disk. Okay, so wherever that file is being sitting, it has a lot of information about inode, and we will go deeper into this. But at this moment, I'm going to stop it here. This is the information I'm going to give it to you. But this is really important here. You might want to memorize all this. This is very, very important, and it's an interview question. Okay, I think I'll put it in here. In interview questions, so far, these are really important interview questions so far. And I'm going to add this one as the fourth one. And you, at this moment, just don't worry about all this here. But since we have already touched upon inode here, that's why I have to reveal this information at this moment, okay? All right, good. So let's see here.
So, in order to get inode, we use a switch I on list command. That's
yeah. ls-I, and it'll give you this information here. Actually, you could use you could use this to find. You could use find root hyphen I, and then the inode information, and then it should find the. Is it inode? What?
Yeah, I checked that, Zafar bhai. There is no manual entry for inode either.
Yeah, it works with find command. Let's see here.
Okay.
L P 3 opt d 1 2 3 d depth follow help ignore plus n. Is it iname? Oh, inum. Inum. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, it did find. I actually looked for the inode number using for the Red Hat. For the doc file, it's this number here. So I'm looking for instead of typing the doc, I'm typing the inode number here, right? What the 521219. So it should find the file name doc in the whatever that folder is.
But Zafar bhai, I think if you look at the output, it's trying to find a file name called 521219. If I'm looking at the result right. See, if you look at it, it says the file start with the 5, and it gives you the result.
Which one? This one or this one?
It's the last command you ran.
Yeah, this number is for the folder name Red Hat. So it did found the Red Hat. See? And these are it went into the memory also proc. Yeah, I mean some of these errors is coming up. I have to explain you when I'm going to cover the directory structure. So the command did work. Okay, let me clear the screen. And I type this here. And then the file, it found the file doc in here and in here. Why did you find two files in here?
Probably you have the hard link.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. Now, since if you don't want to see these errors here, what do you want to do at the end of the command? Remember, we talked about the redirector?
2 and a greater sign.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. I'm impressed. 2 greater than sign. And then now is the time to talk about the trivia I asked about DevNull. Okay. I got good answers from everybody. What is DevNull? DevNull is it's a device. It's a built-in device. Okay, it's a built-in device, and it's actually it's not a recycle bin. If you throw something in there, you cannot recover it. Unlike Windows, it's not even You can't compare it to recycle bin. What you could call it as a black hole. If anything goes in there, it's not going to come back. Okay, so two greater than sign, it will filter out anything that is error. It goes into dev null. When you type dev null in there, it goes to black hole, so that your result is clean. Okay, this is the use case for. This is the very good use case for redirector 2. I'm missing something. A greater than sign. Standard error output. Okay, so built-in device, black hole, use very carefully. Data cannot be recovered. Use case is to filter out the messages. Data cannot be used carefully. Built-in device. I don't know why it's called device here, but that's what it is. Okay. Actually, this is actually a file. So you can't cat it, you can't CD into it. It's considered a device. Okay, which doesn't make sense to me, but that's what it is.
So basically, whatever you dump the data in there is gone.
Yeah, whatever. I'll show you. I'll show you how to burn up some files. Later on, using the dev null. If you want to if you want to create a file that never existed, you could just send it to dev null, and then you won't be able to recover anything from there. It's gone.
Okay.
Unlike recycle bin, you can't really compare it to recycle bin because it's not exactly what it is. It is actually you use it most of the time to filter out the error messages. But you could also send the file there. You could try it on your own and see if it's going to work. But if you do any of the system files and send it there, the system will crash. Okay, what else? I think this is what we have for today. Tomorrow, we're going to work on the directory structure here, okay? So we're going to go deep into each directory, what it means and all that. And very important, if you guys, when you are doing the self-study log, I want to see how you guys are doing it. And I want to know if you are working on this or not. And after next week, I'm going to put up an assignment. And there, I would see how the class is going.
Was a quick question on DevNull. You mentioned that if we send any output or any file that goes there, it's not recoverable. Does that place use the disk space? And if there's a lot of things are moved, will this impact the?
No, it's not using disk space. It's all burnt up. It's like if you want to burn up a document, you have like a little place set aside to burn your documents. That's what it is.
So then, what's the actual difference between removing and sending to DevNull? Is the same thing?
DevNull, you're doing it at the moment. For example, the error message is coming up here, right?
Yeah.
If you don't use the error message, it's going to show you the error message here. This is nothing. You're showing only about 4 lines here. What if you have like thousands of lines? You're expecting some error messages. So you don't want to see it. You just want to send it to dev now. You just do that.
Okay.
Okay. The good use case is to when you are running a command and then capturing the output, and you want to capture that output to a file, but you don't want to capture the errors. You just send it to dev now.
Okay. And on the bottom screen, we are saying that number 2 and number 3. Number 2 is we are saying that, okay, this doc has 2 links, one is hot, one is hard. So what is number 3 for Red Hat?
No, that's not what it is. I mean, that is something else that we're going to learn into the user administration. We'll talk deep into what all these things means, what this means, and what is root, what is user, what is this, date and timestamp. These are very, very critical things for the administration when you'll be doing the permissions, administration, access and control and all those things.
Okay. But earlier we did mention about the number of links.
Yeah, so this one I think is one itself is link here, and there is another folder in here, right? Or 2 more folders in here. CD Red Hat, White Hat, and so I have to get back on that here. What is for the folder? It says 3 here, but I don't think that's what it means.
Okay. I'm asking about the number 2. So number 2 is basically number of links, right? That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna stop here. Tomorrow, hopefully WebEx won't give us a problem. If it does, then check the WhatsApp group, and then connect, log into the link if I put it in there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna end here, and then I will upload the video shortly. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Zafar.
All right.